If you want to know how to repair a cracked foundation or are thinking of leveling your house, a helical pier system may be right for you. This video briefly covers how helical piers work and gives you some pros, cons, and tips for this foundation repair system. We already made a video that lists the steps for installing helical piers. If you haven't watched it yet, look for the link to it in the video description. Helical piers work by transferring your home's weight to load-bearing soil. Watch our video on the 3 ways your soil is causing foundation problems to know what load-bearing soil is and why it's important for repairing your foundation. When the piers reach load-bearing soil, a steel foundation bracket is attached to your home's footing and connected to the helical piers. This transfers the weight of the house down to the stable soil, halting settlement. From there, we can attempt to lift your home back to its original position. The helical pier system is perfect for permanently stopping foundation settlement, thus avoiding structural failure. Helical piers are ideal for you if you want these 4 things. Number 1, a quicker installation compared to other systems. Number 2, a permanent solution. Number 3, to bring the home to its original position. And number 4, to stabilize a lighter structure that has started to sink, such as a deck or a chimney. Now let's discuss 8 pros to helical piers. Pro number 1, it can save you from having to replace your entire foundation. With a helical pier installation, you can fix your settling foundation problems within a few days versus leaving your home exposed over a long period of time during a foundation replacement, worrying about rain, mud, strangers, and critters. Pro number 2, they are suitable for both heavy and light loads. As a matter of fact, did you know that engineers and architects specify these products to support major commercial structures, bridges, and cell phone towers? Pro number 3, they reach greater depths than other options. A true helix blade can go much deeper than non-helix shaped systems and disturbs less soil. Pro number 4, our round shaft design resists bending. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Pro number 5, our helical pier system has a patented bracket and external sleeve that also prevents kinking and bending. We'll talk more about that later too. Pro number 6, our system is available in galvanized steel that resists rust. Pro number 7, it's underground. Because it's underground, it's concealed from sight. And finally, pro number 8, our helical pier system can often lift foundations back to their original position. Now, here are cons to helical piers. Con number 1, the installation can be disruptive to your yard, as helical piers require the use of moderately heavy equipment to install. Con number 2, they require an expensive soil boring sample or intimate knowledge of the local soil. As will be discussed in our video about soil in South Jersey, which by the way, you should subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss it when it comes out, soil can vary drastically from place to place, sometimes even from town to town. If you watched our video on how soil affects your foundation, you know the basics of how soil works, but there's a lot more to it. Less experienced foundation repair contractors may not go deep enough if they hit a hard layer of soil near the surface, and that layer may still be part of the active zone. Again, go watch the soil video, and stay tuned for the next one. Fortunately, Dry Guys Basement Systems has been doing this for over 30 years in southern New Jersey, and knows how to adapt to the varied soil conditions. Con number 3, they can bend. Some foundation repair contractors claim to have strong brackets. The thing is, it takes more than a strong bracket. That doesn't stop the pier system from bending and kinking from the cantilever effect. That's why our helical pier system from SupportWorks has a unique patented bracket and external sleeve that strengthens the pier system directly below the bracket and ensures a vertical installation all the way to competent soils. Con number 4, not all helical pier systems are created equal. If you see something similar to our pier system that's made from a square bar, don't be fooled. While it's true that square bar helicals are cheaper and easier to find, they were not initially made to hold the load of your house. They were originally designed to hold wires in the ground for light poles and cell towers. Does it matter? Yes. Square shaft helical piers use a socket and pin coupling. These were designed to withstand tension, which is a pulling force, like in tug of war. In order to hold up the weight of a home, it needs to be designed for compression, which is a pushing force. If you put compression on a square helical, it will bend. Round helical piers will not, and they have higher load-bearing capacities since they can withstand more torque, or force. With square shaft helical piers, the standard is often to slip a pipe over the piers and fill it with concrete to stop the bending. But you don't have to worry about this with round helical piers, because they were actually made to hold up your house in the first place. The The couplings used in square shaft helical piers are also often looser, which means it can have variations in straightness when you're putting it into the ground. If the piers don't go in straight, this increases the chance of buckling. Loose couplings can also mean that the shafts don't sit on each other directly. This can decrease the load-bearing capacity because the load is then being transferred through the couplings and not through the shafts. Extra care in machining and quality control is always worth doing if quality is your goal. Make sure your helical piers have a true helix shape that meets international code criteria standards. A non-conforming blade looks more like a duckbill. This makes it churn up the soil during installation. As mentioned before, a true helix shape reduces the amount of soil disturbed, and this allows it to go in deeper with less resistance. So these are the pros and cons of helical piers. As you can see, when you hire companies that either don't have access to quality products like ours or don't have the desire to be innovative in their field, you put your home and family at risk. If you know what to look out for, you won't be fooled and your helical pier system will hold up for decades to come. So remember, if you want to permanently halt foundation settling or lift a part of your house in faster time, this system may be the answer you're looking for. We have other foundation repair systems such as push piers that can help with many different types of situations and can be less invasive. In the future, we will have a video comparing them all to each other. Like and subscribe so that you don't miss it, and hit the bell notification. Don't forget to go to dryguys.com and like us on Facebook.